G'day lads, welcome back to another Supercoach video on the Water Carrier channel. This is another podcast episode or video, whatever you want to call it, video on YouTube. So yeah, let's get into it. Have a shocking haircut at the moment, so just try and disregard that for the video. I know it may be disturbing for some viewers, but anyway, I'll just try to move past that. And I've gone too far in here. So yeah, just some difficulties with my new computer. Had to go back on the old one, which is kind of ruined right now. Hopefully there's no issues, but just gonna have to look to get that fixed, and it'll make videos easier. So it's probably gonna be hard to edit this one. But anyway, let's get right into it. So this week, bit of an average week. Had a score of 2,103. So I say average as in it was a poor week. And it was below average of 2,150. Really just lost my points mainly from Daniel, 19, which a lot of people also had, so that shouldn't be the main problem. I think the main problem was not fielding Powell and instead fielding Jordan or Barry. So Jordan with the 20, Powell with the 101. I lose out on 80 points. I mean, it gets me to almost 2,200. I'm above par. I'm probably going to jump up to that 3K rank if I did. Probably get in that top 2%. But anyway, regardless, we'll take it. We've still had a good week. We've still gone up. Even 59, we'll still take it. 27 trades left. Definitely some trade time to do. Team value's gone up 11.15. Not bad at all. So, yeah. We'll have a look at the team now. Just run through it. Okay, so 7 out of 8 of my league head-to-heads, not a good sign to start. Just go down to the 100, hopefully. Okay, I'm hoping this is still going to work well. Alright, so we'll start with Jake Lloyd. I think we went over the score, 2,103. Not bad at all. Well, not great, anyway. So Jake Lloyd, 95. I mean, I really did get him expecting that average of 120 plus, almost as I received last season when I finally got him in. However, you know what? You still take it. It's just consistency from him. Jordan Dawson definitely having an effect, taking a lot of kickouts, and he's almost becoming an understudy under the Seagull. So I'll have to keep an eye on that, but I don't think there's much to worry about. Lloyd's still capable of going 100 plus, and even if he's going 95, some weeks there's no fuss about that. Laird, 105, yet again, good score. I'm hoping this can be a top 8 mid by the end of the season, so I can plug him back in the mid. I'll look to do that in the coming weeks, yet again. What have I done here? Jaden Short with a whopping 125, great game. Love watching him play against Port Adelaide. It's good from him. That's what I was expecting, that's what I'm happy. Thought for a second there that I might have fallen into a classic trap. I had him when he was only 2% ownership. When it jumped up to about 35, I almost got scared off, thinking it was a trap everyone was going to fall into. But I've stuck thick, as I should, and it's worked out well. 125, love to see it. Stewart, if this man's name was Ridley, he'd be going 120 plus, and there is no debate about it. I was at the Cats game as a Cats fan, and geez, he was our best on ground when no one else was, if I'm going to be honest. Him and Isaac Smith. And I'll tell you something. When Isaac Smith is your best player in a football match at his age of 30 plus, you know you're probably struggling. So I've got massive standards for this season. My standards for Geelong this season are, it's a premiership or bust. Based on the trades we've made, being aggressive, I think it has to be a premiership or bust. We've gone out and got the players we want. And yeah, but anyway, that's off topic. Got to stay focused on Supercoach. I'll get to AFL soon. Just got to work out how I'm going to do that. So yeah, 104 could have been a lot better. I don't know how. I feel like he got ripped off by Champion Data. But anyway, 104, we'll still take it. Caleb Daniel. Wow. 19. The helmet wearing man. Yeah, jeez. This is poor. He's going to go. Hit that trade button soon. Heath Chapman, traded him in last week for Tanner Bruhn as a late trade, and worked out quite well. Almost thought about doing Clark for him, which would have worked well as well, but Bruin wasn't going to play when I thought he was to come back in after the Canelio and De Boer injuries. Didn't come back in. I said, you know what, 157k, time to go. Got Heath Chapman in, and it's worked out quite well this so far with a 91 on field. Jacob Koshitsky. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not great. Hopefully he comes back. I think it was Tim O'Brien that received an MRO ban or something for some punch. Highmore, oh, I hope he comes back. I don't know if he will. Carlisle was abysmal in that first half. I believe it was Carlisle playing. I hope I got that right. But I saw that Carlisle was abysmal in that first half against the Eagles, but at the end of the day, they got the win. Don't think they'll change the squad too much. Jack Steele, this is what you love to see. This guy is made out of steel. 150 he's going to become a VC option, definitely. Think he's a top 3 mid. Love to see it. So happy I got him over Neil. It's one of my few good wins so far this season. McRae took his VC 137, and it worked well for me, I reckon, because I probably would have thought about the Grundy, or I would have gone with Gawn. Oh, extra 4 points on Gawn. Not bad at all. Zach Merritt, 104. Yeah, this pick hasn't turned out to live up to the heights I was expecting. So originally when I picked Zach Merritt, I was expecting 120 plus average. I was expecting him to take the next step and be up there with your Steels, McRae's, your Neils, and your Olivers of the world. He doesn't look to be doing that so far. I mean, we know as probably the best midfielder at Essendon, he's going to be susceptible to a tag, but it is what it is. I'll still take 104. I think he'll still be top 8 mid, so it's not like it's the end of the world at all. Goulden, I don't think people are talking as much as they should about how massively his role changed. So I found that Goulden in the first 2 matches, so who did he have? He had the Lions and then he had the Crows at the SCG. So he was playing this centre bounce attendance. He had 5 centre bounces. Actually, if we get this up. Error, Goulden, centre bounce attendances. Okay, so maybe we just go footy wire. Don't want to waste too much time on this. But my point is that he's playing this small forward role now with Buddy back in the team, and I don't think I really like it that much. I'm still going to keep him for a while because now he's got the 130s out of his price range. So he's not in the best situation. Let me go Sydney. Don't care about Barry O'Connor, mate. Yeah, add player. What does this do me? Okay, can we see his centre bounces here? Yeah. Alright, cheers. Alright, so I can't see centre bounces. Thanks, Footy Wire. Thank you. That's worked really well. Never gone on that website again. Oh, God, how do I click off? Alright, so yeah, Gordon, he's not playing the same role. Still nothing to worry about, though. I mean, Warner's taken his role, but we'll get to that later. Clark hasn't been great. He's playing quite deep forward now, which I'm not enjoying at all. That goal, yet again, kicked a goal. I don't know if he's going to be averaging a goal a game, because that's definitely boosting him about 15 points. Campbell, yep, break even of 73 this week. Time to go. Jordan, he's still got money to make, which is good, unlike Campbell. I'll hold him. Probably a bench option now and bring Powell on field. Berry, I was expecting a lot more against that North outfit. He's a tackling machine, and I thought without Sloan he'd have a better role. And he did seem to have that better role. However, the problem lay in the fact he had such a low time on ground. Powell on bench, extremely unfortunate. That's just rookie roulette. That's how it goes. It's the only week I've benched him. Brockman, yep. Stay there for a bit. Scott, you'll stay there for a bit. I can see Scott getting dropped soon. The set and forget rucks, not bad. And then use Flynn as my captaincy loophole. So that worked quite well. Hopefully he's back in the side this week. Get that cash gen up and about again. I think Mummy needs a rest. Mummy needs about 4 weeks off for every game he plays, I reckon. A month off for every game he plays. Dunkley, superstar. Played really well against the Lions. 117. Dusty. I'm not really concerned with Dusty because at the end of the day, I just paid up for him at the start of the season going, I think he's a top 6 forward. Yeah, 88. And I think he must have had 90-something last game. Yeah, it's not great, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be a top 6 forward, and there's not many options. All we've got is Dunkley, Dusty, Danger, and we're probably going to be looking at Siebel and Impey as in that top 8 almost. So, yeah, Impey and Siebel, they look to be long-term keepers at this stage. I love Impey. Got him in this week for Hayden Young. Great trade. Worked out quite well. Made me money and a score of 112. Siebel, loved him from the start. Really enjoying having him in my team. And then Warner, I'm also really enjoying 20-plus disposals, getting all those centre bounces that Goulden had the first few rounds. He's playing amazing, and he kicks goals as well. And then just stuffed up the loop. I wanted to play a loop with Bergman, and then I realised until he was locked that he's playing the first game, so that loop's not going to work out. Because regardless, it'll just take my lowest score. I ended up just going, you know what, Fullerton, I think it was 40, and I didn't have any other choice, so I had to take it because it would have just given me the lowest score if I kept the emergency on both of them anyway. So I sort of just ran out of options. So yeah, that's it for the team. 2,103. Up in the ranks again, up in that 5k. So not bad at all. I'll check the leagues. Sorry, I'll say groups rather. The Mitch Ryan YouTube, I'm 18th. I'm expecting to win this, honestly, with the boy Joel McMahon. 60 NR Cup, not bad. Jock Reynolds, not bad. I've gone up somehow. Gone up in Dr. Supercoach, massive group that is. George Supercoach Community, I went down, and then I went up in the 1%ers group, who is a good podcast on Twitter. You can find him on Twitter, the 1%ers. So yeah, moving on. My trades for this week, I think it's pretty set in stone. I need Ridley. Ridley's a keeper. Unfortunately, because of Daniel's such a low score, the problem is that it's almost an upgrade. So I have to do Campbell down to do this, but it gives me an option, a reason to get Waterman. Not bad at all. So get Ridley here. And I'll bring Dunkley into the midfield. This should only last about a week. Dunks into the midfield, and then if I go Essendon, don't have the keyboard on me. Pick teams. Alec Waterman, a 56 and an 81. Hopefully he goes big again this week when they're up against the Brizzy Lions. The Joe Danaher Cup. What a great match that is. Or the Josh Green Cup, however you see it. So this week I'll bring Powell on for Jordan. And then I'll probably leave it at that. Yeah, that's all I'll have to bring Rowe on. I'll probably play Rowe. So the only thing about doing the Ridley trade is that I'm forced to play 2 forward. I'm not really fussed about Warner, but I've just got to play Rowe and Waterman, or Waterman and Fullerton, or Waterman and Bergman, or Rowe and Bergman. Either way, they're not great, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's still the same amount of rookies on field in total. It's just more in the forward line than in the midfield or in defense. So just the one here, probably the 4 you'd say, and then the 2. So I'll zoom out. Okay. I was thinking the VC on. Thought about the VC on Steele first, because I think he's almost a VC option, as I mentioned before. But I saw McRae's performance against Gold Coast and his record there. He's got an average of 150, so I'm going to lock him in. And then I'll go with the Gorn. Go with the Gorn C. McRae BC. And then it's probably just going to be a Highmore loop or a Scott loop. I feel like there's a chance he gets dropped. And Fullerton might get dropped. So that trade probably hasn't worked out as well as I wanted to. Getting rid of Ollie Henry for Fullerton. I didn't have many other options. The only thing I could have done is just go early on Waterman, and I would have got his 81, which would have worked out well, but I think it was the safe option going Fullerton. Thought his job security was better than it was. I didn't realise McStay was coming back this week, it seems. So Fullerton's probably going to be pushed out of the side, I'd imagine. And I guess it leaves me with the VC loophole option. So I'll just check that. Yeah, okay, so 4:35 on Saturday. And then we've got gone on the Sunday Arvo. Alright. That works quite well, actually. So yeah, my trades stayed in stone this week. I think it's pretty obvious what I have to do. Get Ridley in. He's going to be a D1. Definitely the top 6. Definitely top 3 defender or top 2 D1. Whatever you want to say. Get that out of the way. So it's probably not great as I might be a bit behind some other coaches who are starting to build that cash in their bank, who are looking, there's some coaches that will just be doing Campbell to Waterman, banking that 150k, I think it is, and then waiting to use that next week when they start upgrade season or the week after. So I probably won't be able to get my first upgrade until the week after next. And when that comes around, it really depends on what Clark scores. But yeah, if we want to talk about future trades, I'll probably make another video on that. And you'll be seeing this on Tuesday night. I'll hopefully have that up by Wednesday night. So yeah, I'm not going to really discuss future trades at all. I've sort of just been looking at some good pods, things like that. Got the Supercoach ton run up here. Yeah. So Ridley. So now if I do this. I just highlight him. I don't need to highlight. I've got Ridley, I've got McRae, and I've got Dunkley. So I've got 3 out of this 6. I'm looking to bring in another 2. I think you can imagine who that is, because I'm not going to bring in Taylor Walker anytime soon. I've missed that boat, but it is what it is. Yeah, 25 trailers. It's not my favourite position. I'd rather have a bit more. Probably just that Henry decision cost me from the start of the season. Probably should have looked at other options, but like, who else would I have gone? McNeil. Like, if I go McNeil, if McNeil gets dropped this week, I think he's only 150k. You make 50k. You'd still have to trade McNeil anyway, as I did Henry in the first round. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. 2,103, and then I'll just go back to that rank. Yep, so rank of 5,593. Hopefully I can soar into the 4K this week. I'm looking for a big week. Hopefully I get some good rookie scores. Might even loophole here if I can. So yeah, I'm probably just going to start abusing that loophole if Scott's dropped, if Highmore's out, and Bergman and co below. So yeah, that's all I have for today's video. That's mainly just my Supercoach review, preview for round 4. I'll probably get another video up on tomorrow night, which will be Wednesday night, about Supercoach trade targets, which I've got a Google sheet here, and I'll run through that. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. So thank you for listening. Subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, follow the Instagram at the watercarrier11, follow the Twitter at watercarrier11. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you, and see you later.